Hey folks, Randy here with Doing Cut and Trim. So I just got a comment on a video, and I'm going to respond to it, but I also figured I would make a video about it because, why not? And the comment was actually a question. It asked if just using a 21-inch push mower, trimmer, and blower, how much do you think you could make in a year solo? And so I thought about that for a second. It's like, how many lawns could you do? And this is for a 21-inch mower, so this is not for somebody with a Time Master. For a Time Master, it would be different. So somebody with a 21-inch mower, I think it depends on a number of factors. So I'm just going to assume you're like me. Okay, so if I was had a 21-inch, that's all I had, I would not be looking for big properties at all. I would be focusing on small residential, like a sixth of an acre and under. I would be really pushing hard for townhouses, stuff like that. Stuff that's easy and small. And so if you're doing that and assuming you're keeping your route density tight, mowing 10 lawns in a day should not be a big deal. I've done 10 lawns in a day with a push mower. I did not necessarily enjoy it, but got it done, And so you should be able to do 10 lawns a day. 10 lawns a day, 50 lawns, that would be 50 lawns a week. So 50 lawns a week, and let's just assume everybody, since you're, excuse me, since you're focusing on smaller lawns, they're probably all going to hit the service minimum, which for me would be $35. And let's just, for the sake of keeping the numbers easy, we'll say nobody's bi-weekly. They're all weekly, so they're all 35. So 50 lawns at $35 per cut. That's, what is that? 1,500, 1,500, and then that's $1,750 a week. That's $1,750 each week. $3,500 every 2 weeks. So that'd be $7,000 a month. It's reasonable to expect you're going to make $7,000. You could make $7,000 a month with just a push mower, trimmer, and blower. Okay, obviously you're not going to do that right away. And honestly, by the time you're making that much per month, you've probably bought a bigger mower. But we're just talking about what, excuse me, what's feasible. So you're making $7,000 a month. My season is it's technically an 8-month season, but really it's a 7-month season. So if I'm making $7,000 a month for 7 months, that's $49,000. Now, if we assume that a certain percentage of your lawns are bi-weeklies, which for me starts at 45, it's safe to say you could make $50,000 a year doing mowing with just a 21-inch push mower, which means, in theory, you could make $50,000 a year cutting grass out of the back of your car. Like, you don't even need a truck for that, because you can just put everything in your trunk. So that, honestly, that's the short version of that. That's the short answer to that question. Now, the reality of it is, if you're making $50,000 a year cutting grass with a push mower, at some point you're going to upgrade during that process. Like, you might upgrade if you're trying to only buy brand new stuff and not go into debt. You would probably want to upgrade to like a Time Master or something like that. And if you upgrade to a Time Master, then the numbers get a lot better. I can do 15 in a day with a Time Master. Again, using the constraints of the customers that I'm looking for. So 15 in a day with a Time Master, excuse me. What is that? That's 35 times 15. What does that work out to? 350. Right around $500 per day. So now you're at $2,500 a week. You're looking at $10,000 a month. Which, again, if you're making $10,000 a month, and then now you're looking at $70,000 a year mowing with a Time Master. Which, again, if you're making $70,000 a year, at some point you're gonna upgrade from that Time Master. So the cool thing about cutting grass, and these aren't BS numbers, by the way. I'm telling you, this is stuff that I've been doing this full time since 2016, and so I'm telling you, these are things that I know are possible based on how my business has gone. Mowing 10 lawns in a day with a push mower, That would suck. It would, it really suck. Uh, but you can make great money doing that. You know, I mean, $350 a day. That's more than a lot of folks at McDonald's are making in a 2-week paycheck. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man, especially if you're starting from the bottom. And the other thing that's kind of ironic about this, and it's going to drive people crazy, you can make $50,000 a year. This would not be fun, but you can make $50,000 a year with the $140 push mower from Home Depot, the $80 Ryobi trimmer, and the $70 home light blower, or whatever Ryobi's got for that. Excuse me. You could make $50,000 a year with less than $350 in equipment. You would just have to be willing to put in the work and the sweat equity. So that's pretty much all I got on that. The question was interesting, and I was like, I ran some numbers. And I was like, those numbers look cool, and they're very doable. You know, folks try and say that you can't make any money in the lawn care business, and they're just wrong. You know, if you're willing to work hard, and a lot of people are, you can make way more than you're making now. You know, so I don't know. I hope that was helpful to you. It's Randy with Dolan Cut and Trim. Have a good one.